So just taking a look at Verasity then on the daily time frame. As we can see, we had a very large drop yesterday due to the fact that Bitcoin basically had, there was some rumors circulating that the Bitcoin ETFs were going to be rejected. And obviously these kinds of pieces of news in the market, big pieces of news to do with Bitcoin, are always reacted to by the market quite heavily. I've been saying for a while that I think even an approval for the Bitcoin ETF might result in a bit of a dump, a buy the hype, sell the news kind of thing. Because we have seen Bitcoin, going like this to the upside for the past, a good while now, probably 6 months or so. And really, considering how bullish that we have been, I think some big volatility either way with the ETF is going to be likely and impending. But obviously with that news circulating, we saw a massive drop in the whole market. Obviously Bitcoin had around a 10% drop before recovering today. I think it's only down around 5% or so from that recent swing high. But obviously Verasity and every other crypto, when there are large drops in the market, does follow Bitcoin, and you can see here no exception for Verasity in this instance. We came down and wicked all the way down to a swing low here of a fourth and a seventh of a cent, which is a pretty incredible drop, really, coming all the way back into this previous level of support. As you can see, we wicked down also onto that 0.23 Fibonacci, which is essentially at that half a cent level. And then we got this massive wick all the way back to the upside here. And yesterday we actually closed at that previous level of swing low support in that local area there. And today looking like, we've tried to push lower a little bit again, and currently sitting at around a sixth and a second of a cent there. God, I really wish that these numbers were bigger so they're easy to say. But you can quite clearly see here on the charts that we essentially have closed down below this 100-day moving average for the first time in a good while as well. The last time that we did this was back here. You can see a fairly similar thing, a big drop and then a close below, followed by a bit of consolidation and downside. So we could see something like this happening for Verasity if we did see a continuation of the bearish momentum in the market coming down towards that 0.23 at the half a cent level again at the bottom of this big trend line that is essentially the support for the entirety of Veracity's life cycle. Support continuously in this area here. But I do think Verasity is going to do well long term. Right now it's just following the market. The market's had a little bit of a wobble, but I do think when altcoin season comes around that we're going to see Verasity and a lot of other cryptos still doing well going forward. So targets for me, if we do roll to the downside, start closing down below here, that half a cent level is going to be likely, but really we're just working the fibs. And if we do see a nice bounce, my target is that 0.38 up there at around that 8.5%.